Hey, everybody, welcome back to Philosophical Fall Guy. Here we talk to Hollywood's top stunt performers and go behind the scenes to hear their stories. Then we dive a little deeper to see what they ponder about in those moments of silence between the chaos. I'm your host, Daniel Jackson. All right, my next guest has appeared in 82 movies and TV shows according to IMDb and was nominated for Outstanding Performance by a Stunt Ensemble for Avengers Infinity War, and then went on to win an award in the same category for Avengers Endgame. He also has been nominated for 3 Taurus World Stunt Awards, including one for Best High Work in 2013 for Alex Cross, again for Best High Work in 2015 for Transformers Age of Extinction, and the one every stuntman secretly envies, Hardest Hit nomination in 2016 for Terminator Genesis. He's also known for being the stunt double for Benedict Cumberbatch as Doctor Strange. He is a very talented stuntman and interesting human being. And my good friend, I'd like to welcome Martin de Boer to the show. Welcome, Martin.
Hey, wow. That's if you hear an introduction like that, it makes you feel like, wait, who's that guy? I want to get to know that guy.
That's you, man.
That's me. Holy shit. Um, Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an honor
So
to be on.
I would like to know, what did you do before stunts and where'd you grow up?
It's a good thing this is long form. So grew up in the Netherlands, in
The
a small
Netherlands. Cool.
town, Rotterdam. It's like an hour south of Amsterdam. And from a pretty early age, I was very active and involved. I got into martial arts and rock climbing, and
What forms of martial arts did you get into?
so I started with karate, Kyokushinkai to be specific. There was a program through our elementary school that it was like introducing all different kinds of sports to kids, and there was a 6 week program where you could do 6 lessons of karate, and it started with a group of like I think 30 kids, and then the last 2 lessons it was just me and another dude, and it was this really cool black guy that was teaching some forms and some kicks, and I just fell in love with it. Just the movement, and my body type just leaned towards like movement and karate, and then my nephew lived with us for a while, and he was very much into karate as well. So we were just constantly practicing.
Sparring each other.
Yeah,
all the time.
exactly. Breaking stuff and doing things that you do as kids. And then when I was 12, I got into. I found this ad of the school in Rotterdam, and I was like, oh, I want to do that. And it was a style that combined all kinds of different martial arts together, and really dove into that and did some taekwondo on the side parallel of that. So then it just became like a whole mud of martial arts. But it really was my first love. Like I fell in love with it. Just fell in love with the movement, and I went on a whole journey, like following this teacher and wanting to be his protege, and
just one particular.
Just that guy that was running that organization, and that took me on a wild ride. I was with him for almost 14 years, and we built this pretty big school. Had 8 different locations in 8 cities in the Netherlands, and like a lot of students. And
what was the name of the school or the chain?
It was called the Iga Warrior.
The what warrior?
Iga Warrior.
Ego Warrior.
Not ego. That would have been fun.
Ego.
IGA.
Well, Iga is an area of Japan, right?
Exactly. It's an area of Japan.
Where ninjas, I think.
It goes back to the ninja traditions, and so he named it the Iga Warrior, and that was up until 25. That was my life, and funny because the segue into movies happened because my dad was a clown or an acrobat in the circus.
Oh, cool.
And he died on a very young, when I was 7 months old, and it's a separate story that we could go into, but that's another rabbit hole.
We'll get there.
Yeah. And so it's always been, I've always felt like, no, I want to perform. I'm a performer. I like to move my body, and come people look at me what I'm doing. And so we had to do our black belt tests, and one of the requirements was to make a small demonstration of just your interpretation of the martial arts and how you want to show that to the world. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wait a minute, this is cool. It's like, I want to make a show out of this, like a story, and make this something that is not just a demonstration, but let's make a small theater production out of it. Cool. And at the time, I was dating a girl who was 12 years older than I was, and she was very big into like the Broadway world of the Netherlands, so all the big musical shows, etc. So I was exposed to that world, which then led to me like, wait a minute, I can make a show out of this. So it turned into like a 20-minute short form show that I put up, and I just made me fall in love with choreographing, telling a story, and
so was it just you, or did you have other people in the with you?
No, I had a whole team.
Oh, the whole
team.
Okay.
I played the main character.
Yeah.
I wrote the story of Muna. Muna in Japanese means no name, and he grew up without a dad and didn't know where he came from, and had to find his true heritage and his lineage. And he was living in a small little village, and in this village there was this dragon that was eating all the princesses. It's very basic.
Pesty dragons.
It's always something with a dragon. I don't know what's up with the karma of a dragon, but if you're a dragon, it seems to be He seemed to be the bad guy. So he someone had to go up into the mountain and to kill the dragon.
Yeah.
And
Slay the
Muna,
dragon.
yeah,
Hero's
exactly,
journey.
had to go on and do the journey to slay the dragon. And in this whole journey, he meets the dragon, and he finds out that the dragon rips the clothes off his body, and on his back, he's never realized, but he finds out that he has this tattoo, which is the lineage of the dragon slayers. And then he comes to find out, like, oh my God, this is who I am. I'm part of the dragon slayer family, and kills the dragon and comes back and saves the village. So that's
pretty
the
cool,
hero's journey of that story.
Yeah. That's almost like a demon slayer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Demon slayer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually cool hearing myself saying that back, because there's I haven't really tapped into that part.
So do you feel like you wrote that character based on yourself?
I think there's a lot of biographical aspects in that. Yes.
Kind of a way you're processing things.
Yeah, like like where I have arrived now in my, or just the last, let's call it the last 10 years, I'd say even my entire life has been always around father figures and fatherhood, because it's something that I didn't grow up with. And I had amazing men in my life that were examples, yet I think that's a part for every man that we go through. Like, okay, what is the journey of finding yourself? And we look up towards other men for guidance, for leadership, and I definitely see that theme playing out in my own life very strongly. Like, okay, who have been the man that kind of I looked up to in my life, and one of them was my martial arts teacher, and one of them was my brother. And
your brother was quite a bit older than you, right?
Yeah, he was 16 years older than I am. So yeah, that journey expressed itself also in writing those stories, because then for my next black belt, I had to do another testing, and I made another whole show, and
this is the coolest black belt test I've ever heard of, man.
Dude, it was awesome. It was like a theater production. There were like 200 people.
A lot more interesting than breaking some boards and doing
exactly.
a couple katas,
All right, next. For the black belt test is Johnny. What's your last name?
Last name?
Yeah. But for that show, I forgot actually what the storyline was, but it was also around, I think in that, I wrote that his dad got murdered. Dude, I actually have to look back. I forgot the story.
So it wasn't like a continuation of the first story?
No, I wanted to try something else. Okay. And, but what really, it started just this whole journey of like, I think I want to do film. And
how old were you at this time?
It started around 21 till 25. It's those last couple of years where I was with that organization and just realized, no, there's something else really growing inside me. Like I wanna do film, and I didn't even know stunts was a thing. But I knew that the direction I was on, if I were to stay there, it would have been just doing the same thing. My life would have been open more martial arts schools, get married, have kids. That's the life, which is not a bad life at all. But it just didn't feel right. And it's like, no, there's something else.
Just didn't feel the right thing for you.
Yeah. And so it was really a leap of faith. Like I stopped. And it was like a rug pull, because my entire life was built on that. All my friends, all my connections, everything I have was based on that martial arts life. And all of a sudden, I stepped out, and like, now what? And as fate has it, a week later, a friend of mine calls me and says, "Hey, I met this old stunt guy. He's teaching in this gym in Rotterdam, my hometown." I was like, "Huh, okay, I'll check it out." And he was good friends with Brad Allen, who was with the Jackie Chan stunt team. And and he showed me like, "Hey, oh yeah, so you want to do stunts?" And he showed me his demo reel, and I was like, "Holy shit, that is fucking cool."
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember sitting at my sister's house. I was showing her Brad Allen's demo reel.
Yeah.
Brad Allen, bless his soul. He's a phenomenal performer. And he just, the things that he did on wires, I'm like, okay, that is cool. I want to do that.
Yeah.
So that started a journey leading myself all the way to the U.S. And yeah.
So did he kind of take you under his wing a little bit then, or?
So I met him. They were doing Rush Hour 3 in Paris.
Okay.
And Lane was his name, the stunt guy who started me. He and I went to Paris just to say hi. I didn't work on the movie, but just to meet him. I
So
saw
you traveled
Jackie
from Amsterdam to Paris?
Yeah, which is like a 5-hour drive.
Okay.
Yeah, like it's all very
It's
small in Europe.
Sounds far. for
Yeah,
us
exactly.
Americans.
It's like driving to Nashville for me.
Right.
And you cross 3 countries.
Yeah.
So met him, and it just kind of sparked this idea. He had lived in China for a bit. It's like, okay, I'm going to go to China and just learn some Chinese styles and just get better at the performance side of it. And it was then my girlfriend at the time who said, well, if you really want to make a career out of this, you should move to the U.S. Because the Netherlands is too small for really making this big.
Yeah,
and she was right. And it's I first came to an acting school in
So
LA.
she was all behind it.
Yeah.
But was she going to move here with you, or?
Well, it also meant the ending of our relationship.
Interesting.
We were together for almost 7 years at that point. Wow. And the age difference was never an issue, but it showed up in this. I was 22 when I met her, and she was 34. So was I 20? Yeah, till 28. Yes. So she already had her career in life and what she was going to, and it just became apparent. So now I got to do this. This. There's no other way.
But she was obviously mature enough to understand that and be like, yeah, you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to do this for yourself. Yeah.
And, yes, I think that's the beauty of relationships. People come together for, that relationship was very special because I learned so much about myself, and there was a lot of love and a lot of care. And there's also times where it's time to move on to whatever the next part is. And she knew that as well. We both knew that, at some point there's an ending.
Yeah.
And so, came to the U.S. And had to go through all the hoops of like, well, what does it mean to go to another country? At first, I wasn't really planning on staying here.
Did you come here at on a visitor visa, or?
Yeah, I came first on a student visa.
Oh, student visa.
I went to this. Funny enough, there was an acting school because I enjoyed acting as well, and I'd done some acting in the Netherlands, and that led to stunt acting roles and just using martial arts and all that, just those things together. Also sparked because she was in the theater business and industry, so it just felt very. It's like, oh yeah, I want to express myself in all the ways I can. So I went to this acting school, and the reason I signed up because one of the classes they had was film fighting, taught by Benny the Jet.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Really?
Benny the Jet, he was teaching.
Dude, that's awesome,
at the
man.
Strasbourg Academy.
Okay.
And I was like, I don't care. I want to go there. That's what I want to do.
Is that in New York? Where is that?
They have one in New York and in LA.
Oh, okay.
And so I went to the LA one because he was teaching there.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to meet this guy, and because I watched his movies with Jackie and
Oh, yeah.
Meals on Wheels, and
Back in the day, man. Yeah.
yeah,
His-
he still is.
Yeah.
I mean, I did some
and
sparring and some
he's
mitts.
like his face just stands out so much. Like, yeah,
Yes.
he's got that really kind of maniacal looking
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Face you want to hit,
Yeah. Or when he hits you, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like his deep eyes, his eye sockets are like far back. It's
Yeah.
like, it's almost like, those Japanese demon masks,
Yeah. Yeah.
but
He
then
does.
a humanized form of that. And he's fucking fast. Even, back then he was already in his 50s and still like a tornado around you.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's made me decide to go to LA, and
And he kind of studied at his fight workshop.
yeah, I went to his class and then also did the acting classes there, and then realized like, okay, I think I want to stay here, and I also met a girl at that time, and then I was realizing, okay, I think this is right. And so I stayed there. I had to go back to the Netherlands a couple times I had to work on the visa and working on like, how am I going to stay here? Worked with a lawyer. And at first there was a lawyer that said, yeah, well, it will never work. You don't have enough credits, etc. And, it's super cool how everything that I had done in my life up till then, all the things became significant. Like all the small little things, like I'd done a commercial, met this person, I met this. He's a very high. He was one of the Minister of Foreign Affairs in the Dutch government, and I did a commercial with him. And he ended up writing a letter for me for recommendation for my visa. And then Benny the Jet wrote a letter, Brad Allen, and then so all the people and the things I've done. So I built a very strong case that led me to getting my work visa.
Yeah.
Which still, like, those moments when you look back in your life and you're like, whoa. I remember when I got the approval of the visa, and I was home by myself, and I was like, holy shit. I've just gotten the permission. My life all of a sudden just changed. It's just like, boom, doors are open now. Go.
Is there a certain amount of time that's good for, or how does that work?
The one I had was an O visa, an O1, and it's for 3 years.
Okay.
So you get 3 years, and then you can renew. So I renewed it twice actually, and then worked on while we renewed the third time, we worked on my green card, and now I'm my proud green card holder.
Awesome, congratulations.
Yeah. And so
It's quite a long road.
Yeah.
To get there, huh?
yeah, and it took it took like 7 years, I think, to get it all done. But yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
awesome.
you. It's it definitely was in flow. Like, when you follow that pull, like, I think I need to do this, and then things just fall in place. And then
So when you got to LA, so you got your visa, and now you kind of got some contacts, sort of, it sounds like. Then how did you actually get like your first stunt job?
So Brad Allen, I had gotten my work visa that day that I was just telling him that I got my approval. Oh my God, I got it. I texted him and said, hey, I got my work permit, or I think I emailed him. He's like, oh, great. Well, I'm starting a movie in 4 weeks. Are you interested? So,
Oh, yes,
like,
I am.
it's like, yes, sir. I'll be there. And I wasn't SAG yet, so he went above and beyond to. First, we went and we prepped in this little studio in Burbank, and he's not. He's a big deal. Like he was operating at a very high level. So all of a sudden, he mentioned 8711. He's like, oh, you should go to 8711 and train there, and I'll tell them I sent you. So I went there, and
What year is this?
2010.
2010.
No, is it? Hold on. Yeah, I think 2010, because I got my visa in 2010 and 2011, somewhere around that. I have to look it up. So I trained there for a little bit, and then he said, well, we're doing this movie. We're going to go prep in Burbank.
Yeah.
And it was I Am Number 4. There was only one movie made out of it. They wanted to do a whole franchise of it. But and it was super cool because I got introduced to like all these major players as this green rookie, this coming from like, I'd done a few TV shows.
Yeah, like that's like 8711 was...
That was definitely like, holy shit.
Big,
yeah, that
like
was
up and coming too.
Especially then, and everyone was so talented. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I felt like the newbie, and now I'm all of a sudden having to step up and like, okay, I got to practice more and train more. And then so Brad said, hey, I can get you on this movie, but you have to work as background first, and then we can upgrade you to a stunt performer.
Give you vouchers or something?
Yeah, so I had to fly myself to Pittsburgh and put myself up and
to do extra work.
Wow. But I was like, this is my way in. I'm getting into SAG. It was crazy because I know, especially back in the day, it was like a real big deal to get your SAG card.
It was.
You know, it's like you just didn't get in that easy.
Yeah. Before they started doing all these like backdoor ways of making your own movie and making it a SAG movie, and then your SAG. So many people got in that way. Yeah. But and then a lot got in when they merged SAG and AFTRA. Yeah. They were AFTRA, and then they just automatically became SAG now. But before that, it was not easy to get into SAG. Yeah, no,
that's true. So, and this is all within the span of a month. Like after getting my work permit, it's just like, whoa, this is happening so fast. Went to Pittsburgh, worked as background, then got upgraded to do work as a stunt performer, and then flew back again. And then he actually brought me out on to work for a couple of weeks. It was awesome and also terrifying at the same time. I remember like being just like so nervous, and like I'm here with all these professionals, and I'm just feeling so small and like
so afraid to like make any little mistake or mess up.
Yeah, and because of that, actually messing up.
Mess up.
Oh my god, messed up, lost my shit, and then blah blah. Just like it was. It definitely hit me hard, and like coming back, I was like, oh man, I'm not sure if I want to do this. It was really I had to find my confidence again, my confidence. Yeah. But so after that movie, it was quiet for a little bit, and I was working at a girlfriend, and her dad had this carpet cleaning business, and so I started working for him, and I was just going around Hollywood and cleaning like rich people's homes' carpets. Wow. And I remember I was training at this little gym, and I had a couple of friends, and they talked about this website called Action Biz. And they said, hey, you should put your profile up there. And so I did. And I'm cleaning this carpet, and I remember it so clearly. It was this an old Jewish lady that was literally following behind me, and she had carpet in her bathroom. And I'm like, who has carpet in their bathroom? And I'm cleaning it up, and there's all this
carpet in the bathroom?
Yeah, in the bathroom, exactly. Like the toilet seat, just carpet around, and I'm like, man, this is disgusting. And I see that I have a missed call and a voicemail, and it was actually Mike Gunther and Kyle Woods that were doing a small TV show in LA, and he left me a message. Hey, you might be a good double for one of our lead actors. We want to offer you a first episode and test you out and see if it goes well. We got a whole season for you. And I'm like, dropped the wand, ran outside the house. I'm like, I gotta make a phone call. I'll be back. And got into like a block away so nobody could hear me. And like called this guy back. I'm like all out of breath. And like, hi, this is Martin. I was like, yeah, no, I'm available.
Let me check my schedule real quick.
Yeah, let me put you on hold. And yeah, shit, did one episode and connected well with them and the guys, and then there's like, all right, cool, we got,
Nice.
I think it was 9 or 10 episodes.
What show was that again?
9 Lives of Chloe King.
Nine Lives of Chloe King.
Chloe King, yeah.
Okay.
It's like an ABC family. They only went for 1 season. They're about these kids that, I think the main character, she turns into a cat. And,
Oh, okay. That's the 9 Lives.
yeah. But it's a funny little story because it's one of those moments where, things could have shifted.
Mm-hmm.
So I got my work permit and I had an amazing lawyer. She still till today a really good friend of mine, and I worked for ABC Family, which is Disney. Mm-hmm. And so I signed all my paperwork, and I'm sitting in the trailer just waiting. Have my wig on, clothes, etc. And 2 knocks on the door, and I kid you not, there's 2 people in black suits, and you're like, "Oh, Martin?" So yes, yeah, we'd like to see your paperwork. I'm like, what paperwork? It's like, well, your work permit. I was like, okay. So I had carried these documents with me because and it's like, yeah, unfortunately we cannot accept these papers. And I'm like, what do you mean? This is a valid work permit. And the producers are freaking out because we're about to start shooting, and now they are saying that they don't have a double, so the stunt coordinator is losing his mind. It's like, shit. And and I had been training with a really good friend of mine, Efka Kafarik. Oh my God, I fuck up his name. Efka. Sorry, Efka. And he had come, I told him, so he came to Hustle. Yeah. And so he was there, and I'm calling my lawyer, and I was like, guys, this has to work out. And I'm literally having 2 phones, and I was like, hey, I've got my lawyer here, and they called with the highest Disney lawyer, like, and they were talking to each other and just say, hey, no,
you
this
just hold the phones up.
Literally like, this is okay. I am legal. This is allowed. You cannot deny this work. And she's making her whole case. Yeah. And it was quiet for like 10 minutes. And I told the producers, like, well, I'm doing my best. It's out of my hands. But at least, one of my really good friends, if it's not me, it's going to be him that's doing it. And there was something in the producer that, I don't know, clicked, and something changed. And 10 minutes later, he came up, said, Martin, we're just going to do this. You're the guy. We're going to go in, and we're going to figure out this paperwork. Mm-hmm. And it was really a make it or break it moment, because that was the first episode, and because of that, I built a relationship with the people, and I got to meet all these other people, and it's like it went vertical. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's just it's something one of those moments. Yeah.
Like just something like that little can just totally take you in a different trajectory. Yeah,
because it could have been like, oh, okay, it's interesting because I look back at, I could have made the choice of being like, oh well, if you say that's the case, then I guess it's all right. I was like, no, I have my paperwork. This is right.
Did they ever say what the issue was?
It went back to policies at Disney that until that time, Disney's did not hire O1 visa holders because they had a case, I think it was on Lost, where there was a performer that had the wrong visa and they got sued. So it had their own reasoning behind it, and from that lawsuit, they decided, they made a policy, we will not hire any O1 visa holders. That just became the blanket statement of policy in
Right.
Disney.
So it wasn't anything illegal. It was just Disney's own policy.
Yeah, exactly. Just because you know how everything is liability based. They're like, you know, we've had this in the past, and so we don't want to do this again because it. I think it came. I forgot the specifics of it, but they were not allowed to air the show until it got resolved or fixed, and you know they had put in millions of dollars to shoot the show, so the risk
was
just too high, and they're like,
great,
no more O1 visa holders, green card or citizen, and I think I don't know where they ended up with that policy in the studio, but other studios there were no issues, but specifically Disney and specifically ABC.
So did they just make an exception in your case then?
They made an exception. Like I gotta be interesting to find back, but this lawyer and my lawyer that like had this little standoff, and they made an exception. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
cool.
it's crazy. It's thank you. 'Cause it could have been, you know, gone a whole different direction.
Right. Yeah. I've had quite a few of those moments myself.
Yeah, I bet.
One little thing changed like the whole direction.
Yeah.
For years and years to come. But well, so then after that, so you get this. I assume that you then doubled him for the whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, doubled in for the whole season, and that led to Mike Gunther and Kyle Woods were doing. I gotta think back. They were doing this. Well, first we produced a little pilot with them, and because he was also directing a lot, and we produced this short film that he was going to try to sell, and it's crazy experience. I played both the lead actor and double and did everything in it, and
Nice.
it's just these are gnarly gags. And just looking back at that, it's
cool.
like, man, wow, we got to learn how to produce and create and like everything, and we did some good work.
That's cool.
And then he was going to do Transformers, and then I was on Transformers for the run, and then we went to Banshee, and I met all these other guys, and then it's just like,
Just one thing springboards.
yeah,
to
exactly.
another.
That to
So
another.
how did you become Benedict Cumberbatch stunt double? Because you doubled him before it did Doctor Strange, right?
Yes, yeah. It was actually Marcus Young. So through that journey with Mike, met Marcus, and he and I became good friends.
Marcus, he
Marcus
used to do
Young.
Banshee, right?
Yes, he did Banshee, and but he was the fight coordinator on Star Trek.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay.
so after we had done Chloe King, he was fight coordinating with John Stoneham, and Marcus called me and said, "Hey, I want to see if you're a good double for this actor," and that was Benedict, and it was cool because this is right after he was breaking through, like he did Sherlock, so he had like that. That was his breakthrough, and now he was playing Khan in Into Darkness, and they were sizing us up. It was me and Benedict at the wardrobe. What do you call it? Wardrobe facility, and you have all these people standing, and you know Benedict and I are standing next to each other, and they're all like looking at us. Yeah, maybe. And it's like that would never happen anymore. Right. And I'm looking at Ben, say, "Hey man, what's going on? Yeah. We're on display. Let's see what the jury says."
Yeah.
And so
Start playing with your hair and see if it's a good match.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
like, oh yeah, the body's a little different, and then, of course there's this one wardrobe lady that's just like, no, well his shoulders are like an inch off on this end. It's like, lady, come on, just make a dress.
I'm gonna be falling and running.
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
But yeah, that was a go, and that was another amazing experience of just all of a sudden doubling a major actor that was my first big movie.
Yeah, that's huge, man.
Yeah.
Really huge.
It's funny too, because I, until that moment, you know, it sounds like it was all like glorious and all, but I was at one point, I had like $46 in my bank account, and I was living with my girlfriend's parents. I was like, fuck, I need work.
Yeah.
And I was Googling, or I went onto Craigslist.
Good old Craigslist.
The good old Craigslist, yeah. and I found this ad. It says, looking for a handyman, pay $40 an hour. And then I come from an engineering background, and I love working with my hands. I've always been building things and doing stuff. So I was like, I can do that. Greg, my girlfriend's dad, he had his own shop and tools. And I was like, I'll use his tools. And
Yeah.
so I that's kind of funny. I wrote an email back, put my resume on it with my picture. And I was like, oh, they're going to love this. So cocky. And so I wrote, yeah, I'm available. I've put my resume in there, and I wrote, available, have my own tools, plus I speak English. So within an hour, I get an email back, great, meet me here. So I show up the next day, and it's this office on Wilshire Boulevard, Wilshire and Crescent Heights. And very nice office, and I walk in there with my little tool chest, and everything is perfect white and glass windows and white desks and only girls and all beautiful women. And I'm like, what? Where am I? And it was this fashion office. It's called Who What Wear, and they were this big up and coming company using online like fashion stuff. And they blew up later after that, and it's like. Remember that Coca-Cola commercial? I'm not sure. This might have been only in the Netherlands, but there was this Coca-Cola commercial where, this hot guy walks into this office and everyone was like, "Ooh, who's that?" And the guy is the window washer. And
I don't think
like,
I've seen that one.
And then they're all like taking a Coca-Cola Light moment. Like, oh, the Coca-Cola Light
Checking
guy.
them out.
Yeah. I felt like that guy. I was like, what the hell is happening here? So
Then you put that picture on the resume there.
well, exactly. Dang, follow your intuition. And but the lady who called me in, she it turned out she worked for all the rich and famous in Hollywood and in Beverly Hills to help them restructure their lives. So all of a sudden, I'm working for her, going from mansion to mansion, like changing light bulbs or building closets, and like I met the producer of The Simpsons, and his wife had all these purses, and it's like, I want a closet in this whole room so I can put all my purses up. Can you build that? I'm like, sure. And yeah, crazy journey.
But that's a lot of responsibility, actually, man. I mean, those are some high-paying clientele.
Yeah.
You're going to expect a certain level of craftsmanship. So,
man,
yeah.
I used IKEA like no one else. I bought IKEA stuff and recut that thing like it was my own design. It worked out so well. Yeah, thank you.
Love it.
Another European brand. It's like, we got this. But Star Trek was the pivotal moment, because I remember the lady, her name is Andrea, and I was on the phone with her, and she's like, I guess I'm gonna lose you to the film business, huh? I was like, yeah, I think this is it. I'm gonna be, I think I don't have to do the handyman business anymore, which was going well. I was hiring people. I was bringing people on to do projects, because at one point it got big, and I had to rebuild whole office structures. It's like, fuck, I can't do this.
Not a bad gig. Really.
It was great. Yeah. Anyway, so that led to that.
That's cool, man.
Yeah, it's next thing I knew, it's
and then shortly after that, he started doing Doctor Strange.
that wasn't much later, actually. It was
I don't remember when the Doctor Strange movie came out. That was like until 2016 or something.
Yeah, I didn't do the first one.
Oh, you didn't? Oh,
No,
okay.
no, that would have been amazing. That was in the UK.
Oh, okay.
No, I did. It was Sam Hargrave who I don't know how I came on his radar, but they knew I had doubled Benedict, and I think I'd met him on some other show, and then he brought me in on Infinity War and Endgame, and that's where I started doubling him, and that led to then Spider-Man and Doctor Strange 2. So
Nice.
yeah.
So did you have to know all of his fancy hand movements and stuff? Too?
Yeah, so he has a guy.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but he's I think he's a dancer, like a tutter. I don't know how you explain it or express that. It's like all these hand movements, and he's super cool dancer. And so he came up with a couple of the spells and stuff.
Yeah.
Like he was the original one, and then we started kind of collaborating on like, well, what if it's like a little more like this? Because I'd done some wushu, and I think it really works well with the character, like how he moves, and so it became a combination of that. We would come up with fights moves, and then doing these twisting like tai chi, qigong moves.
Yeah. Because he's always like turning these like
yeah
dial things, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then he came up with those, like the twisting and turning the apple, and like the portal one, and then he came with all the different spells, and so it was cool. It
That's awesome, man.
a whole other level of collaboration, and
So so you pretty much had to know all of those to like maybe sometimes you would be doubling him for a scene that you're doing that stuff. Yeah.
Well, it got actually like much more involved because eventually it led to like Benedict was like such in high demand, and he wasn't always there. That at one point it was on Infinity War, and there was a scene with Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, and Benedict. And I was just there and was in costume and just watching it. And then first AD comes up to me and says, "Hey, we're going to rep Benedict. We're going to finish the scene with you." And I'm like, what?
Wow.
So I had 15 minutes to learn the dialogue and do this acting scene with Robert Downey Jr. and Tom Holland.
What?
And it's just like,
Oh my gosh, dude.
and then they're shooting over my shoulder. I'm like,
Wow.
all right, this is it, buddy. Like,
Talk about pressure. Dude.
yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where like you got to do it. Like there's no like, oh, let me try this. No, now you have to decide.
Do or die.
I'm doing it,
Yeah.
and I am doing this. I know this character. I know Ben. I know how this. I've seen him act. I can do this. I know what's up, and it was fucking cool. Just being in the moment, being in the scene with Robert Downey and Tom
cool.
Holland, and
Yeah.
it actually went well. I remembered the lines, and I wasn't freaking out. I'm like, oh,
That's awesome.
what's that? What's that? Yes.
Yeah. Most stunt guys would be delivering those lines like, yes, sir, okay,
yeah. Well, there have been plenty of those moments too, not on other shows, but yeah, it's cool, and that happened quite a few times after that to just do the scene.
Just step in for him as a
in
photo
for him.
double, not just stunt double.
Yeah, exactly. And,
Nice. So what's a memorable, cool gag you did as Doctor Strange? He had to do like a lot of wire work stuff. Didn't he?
yeah, a lot of flying.
Yeah.
There was a cool gag that we did on Infinity War where I'm so bad with all the character names, but it's one of the wizards. He's in New York, and he's the one with all the pins, and he throws them up and smash him against the wall and then crash him down. So we did this big wire pull or a descender with a wrap on it, and there was a cool gag. Michael Huggins and team rigged that, and I
So
think
basically, he's throwing you, Doctor Strange, and he kind of
Yeah,
fist into
it
a
was.
wall or something.
He gets smashed into this brick wall,
Uh-huh.
and that was a separate piece where we do the impact into like a fake wall, and then that cut to him falling. He's like 3 stories up, and he falls down, wraps out, hits a. I think we had a post office car, and then chips off and wraps down onto the ground.
Wow.
So we did it all in one.
Dude, that's
and
cool.
That was cool.
Nice little gag.
Yeah, and but the coolest things were actually one of the cool things that I thought was there's this fight scene with Thanos where Drax and Thanos are Drax and Strange are fighting Thanos. Like it's a short move and a cool little wire move. And Benedict wasn't there for it, so we shot everything with me. And I have an early edit of the movie that I can never post anywhere because it has all the watermarks on it, etc. Yeah. But it's me doing all the moves cut into the movie, and it's so fucking cool. Wow. Like, holy shit! And then later they just took his close up and put his face in there. I was like, dang,
that's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You have a clip of that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I have it on my phone. I can show you.
All right.
It's
yeah, well, send it to me later. I can put that in the podcast right here.
Yeah, I don't think I can share that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I'll do that then.
I don't know. Maybe. Let's think about it.
We'll see.
Yeah, it'd be cool. I'd like to, but
it sounds pretty awesome. What was the High Work nomination for was it what was the name of the first?
Alex Cross.
Alex Cross.
Yeah. It was a descender, about 85 feet, into a car that had exploded. But it was a tricky one because it's like I was hanging off one hand and I had to they all need to do it all in one. So there was a camera looking, I'm hanging and the camera was looking here. And so it was following me down as it hits into the car.
That's cool.
But that was one of my first big gags too.
80-foot descender is pretty huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you said, so you went into a car that, did they have like some padding, or was it like just stopping you short, or?
So it was a ratchet descender. So it with a cylinder you can set it pretty good at the bottom, so it just slows you at the bottom. Yeah. And then since they shot it this way, you couldn't really see the impact. It gets stacked. Mm-hmm. And the car was set on balsa wood blocks, and they had deflated the tires, and just on impact they blew out the windows and blew out the balsa wood. So then when you hit it, the whole car kind of blows out, and it gives that effect.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, it was actually a super cool gag.
I'm sure that's on your reel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and it was interesting too because it was also one of those moments where, we've always been told as performers, you got to look out for yourself. You got to make sure you take care of yourself because you're the one in the hot seat. You know exactly what you need, and the stunt coordinator doesn't. First of all, he's usually busy with so many other things as well, running things, and so you got to take care of yourself. But there's, up until that point, I was always like, I'm not sure if I can ask for this or I do this because I don't want to piss people off. And so we had rehearsed the gag.
It's a fine line.
It's a fine line, yeah exactly. Yeah. And you want to do a good job. You want to, respect.
And you don't want to look like you're double guessing your superiors and all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So I was definitely playing with all those things, and we had done a bunch of rehearsal and felt very comfortable. But then, of course, on the day, I had put on all the pads and all the things, and everything just set kind of differently. The harness was different, and it wasn't. So the first, when we lifted myself up in a position, and I was hanging off Curtis Lyons. He was doubling what's his name? Tyler Perry.
Oh, okay.
And so Curtis was holding my hand, but you're on one hand. So, and I had to make sure that I was perfectly lined up and not turned. Otherwise, I would hit my head on the window of the car versus being perpendicular on the hood.
Right.
And I just couldn't get myself in position. I'm hanging there and twisting and turning. It's like, fuck. And they're starting to count. I was like,
Something.
I was like, this is not right. I have to adjust my harness. So I told them, hey man, we got to cut. We're not good. If we're going to do this, I have to be right. So it was because they had to bring me all the way down, reset. So it was not like one of those, let me adjust it a little bit. It took like 15 minutes. But I'm glad I did, because it was one of those moments like, no, I got to speak up right now, because if I don't, I might either hurt myself or we ruin the shot, and then it just nobody wins there. So,
so when they adjusted it, did that feel better?
I just had to adjust my own harness.
Oh, okay.
Because it was one leg strap was just a little loose, and therefore it turned the body a little bit, and it just started twisting. It's like, oh, fuck, I need to tighten this side so that I can be even, and then I can kind of muscle it and hold it just for those ready and 3, 2.
Right. Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was just a good indicator of like, okay, because I also got the confirmation afterwards. Like, no, I'm glad you spoke up. I'm glad you did that, and so
that's cool.
Yeah, it was a big lesson to do that.
Yeah, that's a big lesson. It's a hard one to learn too.
Yeah, you don't want to learn through
the hard way.
The hard way.
Not fun.
Yeah.
So what was the high work for? Sorry.
Transformers?
Yes, Transformers. Yeah. What was that?
I was doubling Titus Welliver, the bad guy, and we did this like a parkour style fight scene chase sequence at the super cool building in Hong Kong. It was like, I think it was like 100 stories high. It was tall as fuck, and we had to jump off this building, and then we had a set piece as well where we built a section of it that was maybe 50 feet up, and jumped from air conditioning unit to different pieces and kind of tick-tocked, and was following Dan Mast, who was doubling Mark Wahlberg. But the beginning of that portion, we did it on the real building, and that was, we're like 200 feet in the air. And it's like you're like, okay, focus. But we're on wires and guidelines, but still, it's a
lot of trust.
It's trust, yeah, exactly. That you understand the risk you're taking. It's like, I trust the wires and everything, and the people that have set this up, so I can.
So when you did it on the real building, so what did they have you do? Just jump off the edge of the building on the wire and lower you down a ways, or? Yeah,
so we jumped off. It was all these different tiers. So it started at a high roof, and then there was like maybe a 10-foot drop to a next level, and then another 10-foot drop to another level.
I see. And
we had set up dog runs. Some of the portions were just free jumping because it was safe enough, and then there were a couple portions where we're on a wire jumping on the side, and it really was just the beginning of that to establish the scene, and then it cut to the set piece that we built on the back lot on the stage.
Okay.
And over there we just were on a full wire descent. You just tick-tocking, jumping between air conditioning units, and then Dan crashed through like some clothes hangers, and then and we landed on a little corrugated roof, and I tackled him through a window. It's pretty cool.
You say that was Dan Mast?
Dan Mast, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, Dan Mast and I we've had quite a few interactions throughout my stunt career. Like always tackling each other. That's been so many times. Dan, I guess we're tackling each other again. He tackling me, or I'm tackling him.
Most of the time him doubling Mark Wahlberg, or
no, all different kind of
stuff?
people. All it's funny how you keep running into people, and it's like, oh, we're doing this again.
We're doing this again. Yeah, I've had a few guys like that myself.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
It's cool to build that camaraderie like that.
Yeah, it is. So, yes. So, tell me about the hardest hit nomination for Terminator Genesis.
I actually ended up doubling both lead guys on that movie, but that was a different story. It's me and Rob Mars.
So,
I tackle him.
This is cool because I had Rob on this show and he actually talked about this.
Yeah.
Because I guess you both were nominated.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So he was doubling Terminator. Arnold.
Yeah. Exactly.
And is the one where you come through the wall or the window into the vending machine or something?
Yeah. It's a blind. Here's where we run. It's from a parking garage through a wall that lands into this medical office.
That's right.
And
that's right. Yeah.
But in principle, not really difficult. You just crash through the wall. It was the only thing. It was blind. You couldn't see anything, and it was a pretty substantial drop.
Wow.
But of course, they had shot something on the inside already, and they were like, "Oh, when you guys jump in the air, you have to switch your body because otherwise it won't match." Rob were all like, "What the?" We're going into this, but so I land and have to end on the other side,
underneath.
Yeah, and Rob is.
Don't you love it when they do that? Like they pre-shoot how you're going to land.
Yes.
Before you do the stunt, and you're like, now you've just made the stunt 20 times harder.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
It's every time, and it's just like, wait, we've all made movies before. We know how it works.
Right.
This is not the first time we've ever done this. How did we end up here? Well, that movie was constantly like that. There's so many problems during the whole shooting of Terminator. But yeah, so we had to twist midair and then land, and also make sure that I don't land on him and he doesn't land on me.
Yeah.
So we land kind of sideways, so you can take the impact and not kill the other guy. So
Rob's a big guy.
Rob's a big guy.
I him landing on you.
No, man. But we did it, and it looked super cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got a clip of that, so I can replay that again.
Oh yeah,
about that.
That's cool.
That's cool. That's interesting. I didn't know that was the same
same gag. Yeah.
Nominated for. So
you got the B side now.
Yeah. We talk so much about the industry and the movies and stuff like that, but one of the main reasons I wanted you to come down is to discuss a little bit of the more mystical side of things. Or philosophical, if you want to call it that. And it's just kind of ironic because you're Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Get those different portals here open. But you've had quite a lot of experience with the plant medicines.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they've been a huge part of my life.
Yeah. When did you first start down that road?
So I went. So my mom has always been very spiritual and open-minded, and she was a therapist and a life coach, and so we would always sit in meditation every morning and just sit in silence and just be. So I've always been exposed to that, and in the martial arts I grew up and had a very large meditation practice with it. So that was already in my realm, and I went to this meditation workshop about sacred geometry.
That's kind of different because, like in America, most martial arts schools don't do any meditation.
Yeah, this was very unique, and I'm really happy because every class we had before we started, everyone just said a meditation for 5 minutes, and then we start or whatever we did.
That's cool.
And we had meditation workshops, and so that has always been part of my own realm of just meditating and understanding, trying to understand the difference of what the mind and the body is. And cut to, I was at a workshop that I had found out through my mom, actually, and it was about sacred geometry. And it was in Sedona, and I took my girlfriend there at the time, and it was for a week long. And in there was a question that someone asked about ayahuasca. And literally my whole body, it was like my ears were like,
Interesting.
What is this? And I remember asking to the groups, like, hey, if one might be interested in ayahuasca, where would one find this? Asking for a friend.
Not for me, yeah, for a friend, of course.
And spoke with this, and afterward, this girl came up to me and said, oh, actually, I work with it, and I can lead you in the right direction. And I'd always kind of just, okay, whenever it's right, it will come to me. Like I kind of throw it up into my cloud of possibilities, and then throw it up there. When it's ripe, it will come down, and the right moment will come. Yeah. So then the next couple of months, I just keep running into people where it's present. Like I worked with Rich King, who had mentioned it in ayahuasca. It's like, oh, interesting. I want to experience this.
How long ago was this? Years ago.
This is 2013, 2014.
Oh, okay.
Right. 12 years ago.
Wow.
And then another person mentions it, and I went through a breakup, and I went to the gym, step on the treadmill, do my warm up, and this is in LA Fitness, and you have all these monitors over all the gyms, over all the treadmills.
Yeah.
And the entire row of monitors said ayahuasca. It was like some documentary, and it was like
what?
A black title card. Bam, ayahuasca. And I'm like,
wow.
Okay, got it. I think it's time.
That plant is so mysterious.
Oh man, it's just
it's crazy how it calls you, man. It's gives me goosebumps.
Yeah, same here. It just shows you there's so much more.
Yeah.
And then, to me, it just confirms that we're living in nothing is real. It's a simulation. Like there's a whole other reality within our reality. And I mean, there's so many rabbit holes to go into, but ayahuasca. And so I went back home and I Googled ayahuasca. I knew some people had done it in Costa Rica, so I just Googled ayahuasca, Costa Rica, and it was a retreat center that came up, and I think it was a Wednesday, and they had a retreat that weekend. So I emailed them, it's like, hey, I'm interested. Do you have a spot? I said, yes. So I was on a plane the next day, and I flew to Costa Rica.
Way.
Yeah. And,
wow. So you didn't, because lots of times there's a preparation of diet and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You just like jumped right in.
Yeah, no, there was very little preparation. The first night we did peyote. It was a sweat lodge with peyote to kind of cleanse everything, and then an ayahuasca ceremony. And it was, and mind you, I'd never done anything else until I'd smoked a joint. Couple times, and that was it.
Right.
But I'd never done any mushrooms or anything or any other psychedelics. And
wow. Were you nervous?
Yes and no. It was I had no idea what to expect.
Okay.
I had also not done any research, which I think actually was beneficial for me, because there's two ways to go around. Like some people really like to really understand, and okay, what am I doing? What is going to happen? What can I expect? And what kind of experience will it be? And sometimes it helps people kind of ease because they're scared of it, and then it kind of, you know what to expect, but it also can dictate how the journey goes.
Right.
Because then now you have some kind of preconceived notion of what to expect, which then you're not really present for what wants to come through, and it kind of influences that journey in a way. So both options are valid. Like sometimes it's good to not know what you're going into, because then you just deal with it once you're in it. And in my case, that was the perfect scenario. And it's the biggest thing that I came out of with it. It's like,
how many nights did you drink the ayahuasca?
It was only one night.
Just one night.
Yeah,
okay.
just one night. And
so peyote one night and ayahuasca the next night.
Yeah. And the thing that just came out is like, oh, I'm born out of love. I saw my mom and dad coming together, and that there's the perfect trinity of it. It's like, oh, I'm a product of love, and that just really, it was a very fundamental like reset of understanding, because I mentioned earlier, I never knew my dad. I've never met him.
Right.
But seeing and feeling that I'm a product of love, it's such a fundamental understanding that gives your nervous system another reset. Like, okay, I can relax into that. I don't have to search for anything, and and that just scratched the surface. Because then I came back to to LA after that, and it turned out that my neighbor's girlfriend was connected to a group that regularly set in California. And they're like, hey, there's another ceremony coming up. Are you interested? I was like, oh, yeah. And then I went there and had a whole other experience. And it just really started a journey of gradually more and more opening, and just peeling away all these concepts and things that I was holding on to, like forgiveness, understanding my own makeup of how this character Martin operates, like, my own tendencies, my own habits, my own patterns that keep coming up, and that I'm not immune to, and they don't go away, but I become in much more better relationship with them, of understanding that, oh yeah, this is when I do such and such, these and these things are happening, so being more loving towards myself and compassionate, and then it led to playing music. Like, I always wanted to play guitar, and I'd been around some ceremonies, and the musicians were amazing. The music was just like, wow. And the music is such a big part of it, because it really, it kind of guides the journey, and it takes you on a journey. And if you have intense music, it can intensify the journey. If you have soft music, it can really play with it. And so I picked up a guitar, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go learn to play guitar. And
cool.
That. I was dating a girl for a while, and she held ceremonies. She Amber is her name, amazing medicine woman, and she held very strong ceremonies, like, around the world.
Wow.
And we traveled around, and I was just helping her out, and just sitting and learning how the medicine works, and learning about myself. And
so you would go with her, and like, would you play music during the ceremony, or
in the beginning? Not so. She would run, and I wasn't ready to play. And then eventually, I still remember I was playing, and I had one of my really dear friends, Trampus. He's in that same circle, and he serves medicine in Peru right now.
Who does?
Trampus Thompson used to be a stuntman.
Oh, Trampus Thompson.
Yeah, and he also got introduced to the medicine, and he and Amber were good friends, and then I met him, and that led to us becoming friends. And Trampus was married to Jamie.
What?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So,
okay.
A little short circuit.
And
it's
all coming together now.
It's all coming. Yeah, exactly. So and he was playing guitar in ceremonies, and I was like, wow, man, that's so awesome. So I started learning to play, and I remember there was one ceremony I was playing in, and all of a sudden it just clicked. I saw the music, I saw the notes, and I was like, oh, this is how it works.
Huh.
And then opening my mouth and hearing myself sing, and it's the weirdest thing, and I didn't know I could sing. And
Beautiful.
it just opened a whole other realm of like, whoa, this, I can express myself this way. I can just share a song, and it's so healing on to first off hear your own voice, to navigate through. Then it became a whole journey of like the performer that had to be the perfect song, and had to song, and then had to learn to let that go, and of like, no, it's not about the performance. I just it's a prayer. I'm just offering sound in the space, and sometimes I make mistakes, sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's good. It doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's just about the intention behind it. So the medicine has been a really close ally of just opening up my heart, and meeting amazing people along the way. It's just, I mean, it's.
Do you see that a lot in your future?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I've been working on one of the parts that I see my future is having a place where we can hold ceremonies, like making it a regular part, because I think we're at this crossroads right now. Like, we were talking a little bit off camera for a minute about all the things that are changing in our world, and we're going through such a rapid acceleration of change where everything is kind of falling apart. All the old belief system, the old systems, everything that is not
these old structures.
Yeah.
They're not able to handle what's coming.
It's an old era. It
reminds me of a Bible verse, actually.
Yeah.
Jesus said that you can't put new wine in old wineskins, or vice versa.
Yeah.
Old wine in new wineskins, or new wine in old. And I as a kid growing up, I never understood what that meant, but it's because an old wineskin has been stretched by the fermentation to its max. If you put new wine in there, as it ferments, is that
Ferments?
Yeah, ferments. Yeah. Sorry. As it ferments, it's going to stretch it and break it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's kind of happening.
Yeah. No, that's a perfect analogy. I like that. I think so too. And so all these old structures, they are coming down, and it's, but what's the new that wants to come through? And I think I don't have the answer, but I think we collectively as humans in our own journey we have the ability to decide what is the new, or to be part of the new.
Right.
And I think it goes much further than like the whole nature of reality, the way massive energy fields are shifting and moving, that are influencing our being on this planet. And if we want to be part of that change, we have to clear up our own shit, because I think it's not only the structures externally, but even more our own internal structures of what are my belief systems that are holding me back? What is, where do I have to cast my old barrel and build something new, and being authentic and true to that. And
I was just, when you say that, sorry, it's weird how all these verses kind of pop up, because another one was, when he was talking about the Pharisees at the time, they were cleaning the outside of the cup. And he was saying that, but your inside is completely filthy, basically.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of like a lot of our structures. They look good on the outside, but inside there's a lot of like hidden corruption.
Yeah.
In all of it, and
Yeah.
it's just it's eroded so much that they're starting to kind of collapse.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it's like just the what they call the ancestral traumas. Like even in our DNA, like I love the work that's been coming out right now. Like Joe Dispenza has tapped into it, but a bunch of other scientists as well, of just looking at our genetic code. And we get our genetic code from our parents, right. And our parents get their genetic code from their parents, etc. And it goes all the way back. And they found that when there are traumatic events, whatever the event is, murder, rape, or abuse, fill in the blank, these traumatic events get stored in our DNA. It changes the expression of our genome. And when that doesn't get resolved, it gets passed on. So anger or unresolved issues that our parents had get genetically passed on to us. And sometimes we're in a scenario where like you feel something and you might not even understand. It's like, why am I feeling? Why am I so fucking angry? Or why am I pissed? Or why am I sad? Or in these things are now part of our genetic makeup because we carry that in our DNA, and somebody has to clean it up. You know, it's not going to go away if you don't do anything. If you just stay on the unconscious of just I'm just going to do my life, I'm just going to carry on, then you pass that on.
It keeps going.
Then the lineage carries on. And this work with the plants, and not just the plants, because I think this it's with all this stuff. You can do it with therapeutic work, somatic work, which is a big part of it, where you get into your body, and because it's in our nervous system. The DNA informs the nervous system. The nervous system holds on to these patterns, and if we work with our bodies, we can release the energy around these patterns, and then set it free so that it changes your energy field. Your energy field influences your genetic expression. Your genetic expression.
Which is what Joe always would talk about with the epigenetics, that you can actually change your DNA. That it's not like a set thing.
Yeah, exactly.
The environment actually changes the DNA.
Yeah.
So you can consciously change those old patterns in your DNA.
Yeah, exactly. And it sounds so simple enough because that's where the work comes in, because it's
right. It makes sense, but doesn't mean it's easy.
No, it doesn't exactly, because you have to do it. It's like and even going to the ceremonies are amazing because you get a jump start where psychedelics have been known for the neuroplasticity. It enhances neuroplasticity, where you can get to make new pathways.
Right. You'll be able to perceive things in a way that you never could before. Yeah,
exactly. To see to
and I think because I've done the plant medicine also, not nearly as many times as you have, but recently we sat together at a ceremony that was pretty amazing. I had some huge, profound breakthroughs happen at that ceremony. But when you were sitting there and you were talking about how, we are getting ancestral trauma, that passed on to us. I remember, because for me, it's been difficult. It's very, very difficult when the effects come on. It takes every ounce of everything just to kind of try to stay in it. And for this time, my big lesson was surrender. Because when I feel that stuff I don't want to feel, your fight or flight basically is activated big time. And it was interesting because it was a feeling that would come on, and it was a feeling that all I can describe as kind of the worst feeling that you could imagine. Feelings all kind of together. But there was something familiar about it, which was weird. Like, not familiar like I myself experienced it, but like ancestors or something, almost seems like, like the that actual trauma did get passed on in a very subconscious, like DNA level, and it's like you can't even describe like why you're feeling that way or where it's coming from or what it is. You just know it, you just know it deep down. This is not good, right? This is not a good thing. And yeah, it's crazy because that kind of makes sense, if it's something that is on such a level, like it's in your DNA, and that's what's crazy about this medicine is like coming from a very religious background, that's why it was hard for me, because I had a lot of preconceptions of this is a bad thing, spiritually I shouldn't be participating in this. It's dangerous, some bad things could happen, bad spirits could get me or whatever. So it was very scary for me on that level. So when things would feel scary, that's where my mind would automatically go to, is like this cosmic spiritual battle that's happening that I have to try to, maneuver or somehow control, or it might take over me. And, on this last one, a couple things, like I tried to also look at it in the scientific manner, like this is a chemical. It is an actual molecule that's affecting things in my brain, which is a structure, and it's, having these effects. So it's rooted in the physical world, which kind of always was comforting, I guess, to me in a way. But it seemed to me like when the reptilian brain gets really super activated by the medicine, and the human brain, like the frontal cortex,
yeah,
kind of shuts down, and all of it goes back into the fight or flight. That's where it feels very threatening and very old and very familiar.
Yeah.
It's like you're tapping into this ancestral evolution of survival going back who knows how long. It's just crazy. But then your own stories also mix in there, and your own belief systems and your own stuff kind of build on top of it. So you've got like multiple things kind of happening at once. And this last time I don't know, man, I was in there for one purpose, and that was to reprogram, to get rid of like stuff that had just been bogging me down for years, that I keep coming back to, thinking, oh, maybe this is going to change and fix me this time, and it doesn't, and you're still in the same loop over and over. And it's like I'm done with that. I don't want to have any of these beliefs that are actually limiting me, and they've been programmed that, oh yeah, you have to have these beliefs, you need them to survive here or to survive in the next life or whatever. And if you don't have these, you're in big trouble. So that's like your root survival mechanism that they tap into, and to just surrender it and just allow it to be, and not try to resist it and fight it, but not get sucked in by the story at the same time, and just like it's like surfing this scary wave,
Yeah.
a little bit off to one side or the other, and you're wiping out. You know, yeah. Mine was a mantra that I got just before I went into the last ceremony, which was a verse that popped up that was, "Teach me, guide me in the way I should go, counsel me with your eye upon me." And just that simple mantra, when things got super bad in there, got me through. And I realized that was just like a microcosm of my life, you know, because that's ayahuasca always intensifies everything so much that turns it it's like all of your problems in life get laser focused into this right here and right now terror that's in front of you. How you deal with it? How do you, you know, stay the course? And I mean, thankfully you were there because you gave me some good advice on how to do that. With the breathing and the meditating and all that, you know, sort of thing. But once you come through it, man, wow. It's like nothing you can experience any other way, really, you know. It's like being born again.
Yeah.
You know, to put it in religious terms, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, they rightfully call it in the tribes from the Amazonian where it comes from. They call it the plant of living and dying, and
living and dying and living.
Yeah, exactly. Or like facing death, and it's like,
right.
What is the expression? I'm gonna butcher it, but a wise. It's a wise thing to die before dying.
Right.
And I think that alludes to that ego death that people speak of many times, of like just letting go of this. Yeah, really facing our mortality and understanding that this one life we have now this is it. You know, besides, you know, we can look at incarnations, etc., and but also right now, this is it. This is, you know, this is the moment. This is our life right now, and how to make the best of that. And because I too recognize that of like your like the fear of like, because you know the ayahuasca is like, you know, you have marijuana, mushrooms, ayahuasca, and then you're like it's like the grandmother of the medicines. Like, and it can be fear sometimes. Like, you feel like you're dying, and it's just letting go of that gripping of like, oh my god, holding everything you're holding on to, like it has to be shattered. And sometimes it takes a greater force than your will before it can be broken, because all your energy and all your thoughts are holding it together, because that's what you believe on, and you've worked your entire life to hold that. Right. But in order to change, it needs a bigger force to break that, so that shatter that reality, or that illusion. Really, right. It's like, oh, wait a minute,
that's why it feels like
bullshit.
Losing your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
You literally are.
Yeah.
No, but it's that trust. It's that trust also that it, like, because I've done it a few times. I'm like, okay, like the first time I experienced that, I thought I was like done. Like, I'm never going to be normal again. I'm messed up for the rest of my life. You know, that's how you feel kind of in the middle of it.
Yeah.
You know. But then after a few times, like, oh, okay, yeah, you come out of it. You're, you know, so then when you're in them, you're like, no, okay, this will end. I'll come out of this eventually. The night will be over. I'll still be alive, and, you know.
I'll see my family again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Matrix isn't going to dissolve or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm deeply grateful for what it has brought me in. and is still bringing, because it every time I come out of a journey, I realize like, oh, okay, I got work to do, you know?
Right. That's, yeah. And, you know, I think that's something that kind of developed over the years in Christianity that has kind of been its crutch, really. And that is like trying to put everything on another person as the solver of your problems, as your savior, but as the person that's fixing everything, so that you don't have to experience any of it yourself, you know? And I think that's actually contrary to the original message, where Christ was saying, pick up your cross, follow me, or you have to die daily. Even Paul was like, crucifying of the self. And it's like, it just, all that stuff just turned into like really righteous sounding, pious verses. And we got to such a comfortable society, and, you know, just, this is what you believe, this is what you do, this is, you know, how you just build your life and go to school and retire and marry and go to church, and just this very structured, orderly, blah existence, say it any other way. And we weren't having our own personal hero journeys that we're all supposed to have.
Yeah.
Not just the savior figure, not just the one hero. Every single one of us are supposed to have our own hero journey.
Yeah.
And ayahuasca gives that a place to happen. I feel like, you know, it gets, you know, you actually feel like, oh, this is, you know, from a Christian standpoint, this is what Jesus felt like in the Garden of Gethsemane. Now I know, when I, you know, before you just read the verses and you just go over, oh yeah, he sweat blood. Yeah, that's kind of weird. But once you've been through a place where you feel that yourself, you're like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. It's something I recognize myself, and I'm really passionate about as well, of like, because it's a rites of passage in that sense, you know, you, which we don't really have that in our current society anymore.
No, we don't.
There is no rites of passage for young people.
We've made everything so safe and comfortable.
Yeah.
There's no real right to passage, journey, you know, to prove yourself, you know? Yeah.
And especially for young people, where it's so important, you know, in particular for both men and women, but I'm just speaking for the men right now, like, young men growing up in a world where, you know, they're, even like our fathers that we look up to are supposed to guide you through, you know, to prepare you for manhood, for life. But, you know, they are also flawed because they had their own traumas, their own issues, and they didn't know better, and because their parents didn't know better. And how do you break that cycle? And I think these ceremonies are like a perfect rites of passage to face that, and to see like, oh wow, there's another way. And it's funny, you know, we were talking about it a little bit earlier, but I'm reading a book right now called the Immortality Codes. Yeah. And it's fascinating because there has been this hypothesis with a couple Stanford professors going back to the idea, and this is not a new idea, it's been around for I think 40 years now, that what if the true origin of Christianity lies within a psychedelic substance, or like some form of an mind-altered consciousness, or a way, whether it be breath work or meditation or using a substance that opens the gateway to infinite knowledge. You know, and if this is the 3D experience that we're having right now, there is a whole other realm, quantum, etc., where all the information, all the knowledge is always there. And when we take these medicines, or we get into these altered states of
Well,
consciousness.
I mean, it brings in the question, right? Because I believe in a creator, and a designer. So even a simulation has to have a designer,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
So, like, why would all these psychoactive substances have been put into the simulation and the design?
Yeah.
Because there's so many of them, right?
Yeah.
And if they're there, they got to have a function, purpose,
Yeah. I don't know, but it's a really fun one to riff on. Of like, maybe
Because
that is
it's
a little
weird.
door. It's like in the Matrix. It's like the little rabbit. Like, oh, you want to.
Right.
You want out, or you want to?
Right.
What's your experience? And maybe that's a, I don't know.
Red
maybe
pill,
this
the blue pill,
yeah. Maybe it's also a way of, because I believe in the same thing. There's one. In the end, there's only one. Everything comes from one singularity, like single consciousness. Like even if you just looking at the Big Bang Theory, it was nothing and then bang. There's a single pointedness and everything exists. So even, and if consciousness is the one, and everything happens within this realm, then everything is consciousness in a way. Dang, I lost my train of thought there, but
I think I know, like, where you're going. I mean, everything, if consciousness is the actual, if you want to call it stuff, that the universe is made out of when it comes down to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Like, because...
And it wants to experience itself.
Yeah.
Like consciousness wants to experience consciousness, and it can only experience itself through us.
And it makes sense because, like, they always come back, like, lots of times to the first uncaused cause, right? There has to be the final cause that isn't uncaused, that just, like, is.
The final cause.
Like the uncaused first cause. So there's nothing that caused this cause.
Yeah.
It finally goes back to whatever is, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And if that whatever that is, like label God, but it's consciousness, it's awareness, that's the only thing that's eternal. That's the only thing that everything else can actually be made of somehow. Right? Yeah. There's only one eternal thing, which is, like you said, consciousness.
Yeah.
So everything else has to come from it.
Yeah.
When they say, it came from the void or it came from nothingness, that nothingness is consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my view as well. Yeah, and then these medicines, circling back to like the potential like origins of like religions that we have.
Oh yes, yeah.
That they've found that the Greek, for example, the Greek mysticisms, and they were drinking koukaon, which was a psychedelic compound, and so
wasn't there a mystery school in the Greeks where they had to go into like a place?
Yeah, Eleusia.
Yes, that's the one. Yeah, and
exactly.
then after you did it, you couldn't really talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what. And they were highly likely drinking psychedelic substance.
Yeah.
That just opens that veil to infinite consciousness. And it makes so much sense, because if you read the stuff that Plato is talking about, and but even if you look at the teachings from Jesus and what's in the Bible, if you filter through it, if you get beyond the construct of organized religion, then you can see, wait a minute, this is all talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
The kingdom of heaven is within. Like, we are the macro and the micro. It's all, we are it.
Right.
We just have to realize that we are it, and not giving away our power to a system outside us. Yes. Because in the end, the system outside us wants us to believe that they are it.
Yeah.
Because then they keep the power and the control safe. But once we realize, all and each one of us, that no, we are it, I am it, you are it. If we take the sovereignty
it's inside
back,
all of us.
It's inside of all of us. And nobody has more or less right to that than anyone else. And it's I think that's the power of the shift that we're going through. There's so
Right.
many. That's why these psychedelic compounds are becoming so popular, because it's like, wait a minute, it's a constant balancing of these forces. There's this big force of oppression that's happening, big force of control and narratives of like, we want to suppress what's happening. And at the same time, there's a counter force happening. And what wants to be suppressed is going to rise up, because the oppressed will be coming to the surface, and the tools will represent themselves. So maybe that's why these psychedelic compounds have been in this reality, because these are the tools to help you get out, to help us to break out
that
of
little. Come on, guys.
Yeah, you can do it. But it's, man, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, the systems get to the point where they're so deeply ingrained.
Yeah.
That there's no way out. There's no back door. They've got every back door guarded. They've got every single place locked with a security camera. If you try to go through that door, I got a news for you. What's on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only way that you can take down another system is by it has to dissolve. It has to crumble.
Yeah.
Again, I don't claim to have the answers, but like from a philosophical standpoint, it's like, if you want to change, it has to break down, because you can't change the system. The system is it's that.
Right.
There has to be another system that needs to be that takes over, and that then not suppresses, but then becomes a new system. Just like in the brain, you cannot, like from a neuroscience perspective, you don't. If you want to learn a new habit, the brain doesn't let go of the old pattern until there's a new pattern that's stronger than the older pattern.
Oh,
and so if you want to learn, for example, I'm using guitar. If I want to learn a new chord or fix my mistakes, I have to practice the new pattern over and over, so that when that pattern gets ingrained and myelated and insulated strong enough, then that becomes the new norm, the new default. And then every night when you sleep, the brain starts cleaning up and looks at patterns. Like, oh, wait a minute, we haven't used this for a long time, so we're going to clean it up. And it processes it, and it gets rid of the old systems. And I wonder if that is like an analogy of the micro and the macro. Like, if the old system is not working anymore, then we have to create a new system. Don't fight the old system, because you're not going to win that.
Right.
You have to build a new system.
You have to build a new system.
And making that a new system strong
The other
enough,
system will just kind of
then the other system
just go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how do you do that?
Right.
That's the question.
But, you know, I think that's correct. But there's also, as I was training my new puppy, you know, they have this thing that's called an extinction event. Have you heard of that?
Yeah.
And I think that's a lot of times our patterns too, man. Like, just before it's ready to just give up the ghost, it gives it one last time. It just gives it everything it can, just to throw everything it can at you. And like with the dog, it's like, you know, you're telling them, you know, they have to stay in the crate or whatever, and they're just going to lose it for an hour. They're going to bark and whine. They're going to do everything they can until that energy's finally gone. And I think sometimes, like, I feel like that, even with the ayahuasca ceremony, sometimes it's like that extinction event, that last of whatever that pattern is fighting for survival. And it's just going to give it everything it can.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not going to go without a rupture.
Yeah. Ain't going down without a fight.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So, you met your current girlfriend, Genesis, because she helps out with these, the ceremonies. Did you meet her in a ceremony, or?
Yeah, we met in Peru. in a
Oh, you did?
ceremony. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And Jamie and Trumpers were holding their first retreat, and we were both attending and helping out. And
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, so it's been a really awesome journey. Just
That's cool.
I think we're both. She brings in. I mean, it is the polarity, the masculine and feminine, right? Like she brings the feminine approach to to this, because I think the just the polarity of like man, woman, masculine, feminine is so it's ingrained in everything, and she brings out all these feminine practices that are really about somatic work and working with your body, and I think so many men are benefiting from that as well, to learn how to express, and so we've had
That's cool.
quite a lot of like journeys together, and it helps to understand each other that way, like knowing that like I'm responsible for me, she's responsible for her. It's like I'm not responsible for your bullshit. That's you. If there are issues, we can talk about things. I'm responsible for my bullshit. I have plenty of bullshit, and it makes for sometimes intense conversations because the bullshit wants to blame. But then we're like, wait a minute, this is your bullshit, or yeah, shit, this is my bullshit.
Yeah.
But yeah, being both in that mindset that it's open minded, it's powerful. And she does amazing work. She works with a lot of women, just helping them find themselves in their bodies and being free.
Yeah, IAMI's been participating in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Last few weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that she does that. Like Genesis, that she and that Ayami joins it. I love that even more. But it like all these. I think all these the psychedelics have been bringing out so much knowledge. Even the therapeutic space has evolved so much. Like the same things that they used to use, or the treatments that they used to do 50 years ago, are like completely obsolete. So there's a whole new systems because we're all growing and learning about our nervous system. Like the somatic work that is that is available to us to learn to feel emotions, and these things are tools that we need for just our living a happy life and not being a victim of the patterns. And I'm speaking to my own demise here as well, because I know where I fall victim for my own patterns. Like, oh shit, here I do this again, or I'm feeling like I feel all these emotions again, and I want to just numb out, or I just want to just not feel, and but that's the old habit. And there are so many new tools out now that help me, and keeping it simple, just sit, oh fuck, I feel emotion, I feel all these things, and instead of like lashing out, like, or smoking weed, or I don't drink, or eating habits, or whatever the escape is, of just, okay, I think I just need to be with myself and sit, and maybe I just need to punch on a pillow, or just scream for 10 minutes, or just like breathe for a while, so that I can feel the emotion versus suppressing it. And I think that's what we're not taught as men, to feel our emotions, because they're like, oh, women feel emotions, men don't feel emotions. That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel so much, and I think it's the same for you. I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but I think it's for all of us men. Like, oh, feeling all these things, and how do you deal with it? How do you deal with the feelings that are coming up? Right. The need expression, that's my constant learning of like, okay, if I feel something, like, I can see the tendency, I want to lash out, that person, you did this to me, you make me feel. Like, whoa, no man, he's just a messenger. You feel, so it's your shit. So thank you. Let me go in my room and like, fuck you. And Genesis does a lot of that work too, and it's sometimes also really annoying where you're at home and you want to get angry. You're like, you can't. You're like, damn it. Okay. I'll be back.
I'll be back. Yeah. It's funny, man, because like you were right on. Like for men, a lot of us, we're taught. And I wouldn't say that my teaching of this was directly from my parents. It was more stuff I absorbed maybe from even my grandparents and just culture in general. But that men are just stoic and macho, and they're above emotional outburst.
Yeah.
Basically, unless you got to kick some ass or something like that. But. Yeah, so you're always pushing everything down, and even ignoring it, even denying it most of the time. Like I don't feel, no, I'm fine.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Like denying it to yourself.
Yes.
Even.
Yes.
And, yeah, and then it just builds, and then it's no good at all when it comes out.
And explodes.
Explodes. Yeah. And to this work is like a lot of what I learned with ayahuasca was not fighting those emotions.
Yeah.
Not trying to control them.
Yeah.
Not trying to be the master here, and I'm so I'm so stoic, or I'm so Buddha-like that I can just sit here like nothing's happening. It's more like just feeling it and surrendering to it, but also I learned to express it.
Yeah.
Some, not hold in the pain.
Yeah.
Let some of that expression out, and not hold it down so much.
Yeah.
And I think that's that. Yeah, that's one thing she did to me. Ayahuasca was she just cranked on it so much that there was no way I could hold it back any longer. And it was like you're going to express it one way or another.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, my dad had a friend who was a cop, and he was learning all the, those arm lock moves.
Oh yeah.
And that's what he did all the time. Is he'd get me in an arm lock and twist my arm until I'd scream uncle or scream or whatever. It was like that's exactly what she was doing to me, man.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna put you in this until you just
submit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's one of the things that I'm I'm learning for myself as well is the practices, because I think healthy masculine needs to have a space to express, and it's like a daily practice. Like I have to sit down daily on my little yoga mat or my little cushion and just check in and do my practices to express whatever that is, to feel, to hold, to it's actually something I've been I'm creating a space right now, like a men's group for people where we just come together and do practices to express in a healthy way, like creating new structures for ourselves. Okay, what do I need, and how can I support all my brothers around me? And oh shit, I'm going through this, and it's okay, but can I just express it, so that I don't have to hold it by myself?
Yeah,
because I think once you share your suffering or your feeling, then
being vulnerable is just so hard for guys, man.
It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's such a. It's not something that it's not something that's accepted, and yet it is changing.
Yeah, it is.
There's so many new, people are stepping out, are being vulnerable. I'm actually.
I look at the younger generation of guys, and
oh man, yes,
they're way more vulnerable than we were.
Yeah. Yes. And then they're coming with a whole new, which is great because that's in the new future, the new generation. But, we also have to still deal with ourselves. um, yeah, man, it's a journey.
Yeah,
Um,
it is. It is.
and, I'm still on it until the last moment, until this is done,
Yeah.
or someone else decides it's done.
Right.
Let's not hope that.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, man. I'm right there with you. Just every day, since the last ceremony, another thing I wanted to go up there for was just to be present.
Hmm.
I really want to be present. That's like something that I've never been good at my entire life. Like being present. That's why, when I was a kid, I would forget things all the time. Like they called me like a space, the space case, spacey kid, daydreamers, like just forgetting all the time. And it's because you're not present. You're always thinking about too many things. Either something that you messed up or something you got to get done, or just what if so many different things. And I was never good at being how to focus on like one thing at a time, and I don't know if I was because I was naturally like ADHD or something like that maybe, but just really being able to put things aside in my mind, and like I don't have to solve that. I don't have to fix that problem right now. Just focus on what this needs my attention. And it was kind of like having your phone with too many apps open or something, Just so, yeah, man. I was just always forgetting stuff and not paying attention, and it was a big handicap in my life. And then as I got older, instead of it getting better, I just would like escape with substances, and yeah, put those two together, and it doesn't make a very good combination,
Yeah, you get far off.
Yeah, you get way far off.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What like, if you don't mind me ask, what is your like, how do you become present for yourself? Like, what's your tool?
Well, before going in this ceremony, I would try to focus on my breath mostly. It's the biggest way, and sounds. Closing my eyes and listening to sounds would really bring me into the moment a lot.
Yeah.
And then my breath. But then, it's hard to stay there if some thought came into mind. It was really hard to not follow that thought or follow that emotion, because it just seems like it's more important than listening to the bird in the distance, or focusing my breath or whatever. And with the ceremony, like when it got really intense for me, the only thing that got me through was my breath, my mantra, my surrender, and my breath. And so it reinforced again, like how important that is. And like that's for me, I think for most people, that's like the number one connection that brings you back to your body, to this present moment, because you can't go very long without breath. So you've got to always be breathing. And when it's subconscious and you don't think about it, then your mind's all over the place. But when you really think about and feel it and try to put all your focus there, and then from there it can go into the sounds and sights and interactions that I'm having. So I guess the breath would just be the most grounding for me.
Yeah.
How about yourself?
Yeah, similar.
Yeah.
Like, even like just listening, like when I'm sitting here, I'm just trying to be with my breath, and then I know that I'm not trying to come up with a predetermined answer to your question. Like I have to answer in this way, or your whole mind, and then I'm not really here, present, listening. Like I'm not here. I'm already in my answer, and I don't really hear what you have to say. So yeah, for me it's breath as well. Like just being in my body. Like I really like this exercise of just feeling my butt on whatever I'm sitting on, or just feeling the clothes on my body, like the sensation of that. Oh yeah, I feel I'm wearing a shirt, or I feel how my stomach is a little, my clothes is a little tight there, or it it always brings me back to just, okay, here I am, I'm just present. And then of course there's a little and I can see the thought come, and sometimes
start to draw your attention, and
here I am again. I think that's the practice. At least to me, that's my constant practice. Just in the morning, sitting and just watching that. And it's what the medicines like ayahuasca or mushrooms have really shown me as well, so strongly. Just like you said, like when it gets so intense, when I can just come back to my breath and just be present. Like I even like sometimes at work, you're like on immense stress, like doing big setups, like explosion, people wire, blah, people, and staying with my breath and being here and being present, and like, okay, I'm here.
Right.
What needs to happen?
That's what I wanted to ask you. Is that a way that ayahuasca has helped in your everyday life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. It's the there was a life is a ceremony in that sense. You drink ayahuasca, you go in a ceremonial setting, you go through a journey, you meet whatever the journey is, the beginning, middle, and end. There's a hero's journey. It's intense. There's love, cry, laughter, and then you come out of that and you go into the world. But it's the same. Like, there are things coming towards me. Like I'm on a job, and then it's stressful, or I have to deal with this, or something's not working in the way I was expecting it, or like all problems constantly come towards me. And then many times in the past, and I'm still not a master of it, but would have been reactive. Like, God, this needs to go this way, and this, and I wanted this, blah, 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 blah. And say, wait a minute. That's just my perception. I'm holding on to, I want it differently than what it is. What is here right now? What is happening? What wants to happen? Because apparently something wants to go in a different way. Why am I fighting that? I guess it wants to go this way. Is everyone cool with that? You feel good. You feel safe? Okay, then we're going this way. Am I cool with this? I guess I am. Okay, then this is the solution. When it creates an open-mindedness that then allows for consciousness to come through, almost like I love this idea of, and I'm not sure I think we spoke about this, but like when you're doing a stunt, visualizing the whole stunt. Like sometimes you get called for something, and you're on a job, and what's about to happen. You have to jump off the building, or you have to do this, whatever it is, and there's risk. And it's like, shit, I know I can do it, and then I really love this idea of the constantly creating and visualizing the outcome. So my trick has always been that I always, like, if something big were to come, is I visualize myself driving home at the end of the day, having done a safe stunt. I feel good. Everything went well, and I'm focusing on that feeling. Thank you.
That's cool. I like that.
Thank you for the guidance. Thank you for everything. And then it's so magical when you're in that moment when, okay, you've done all the preparation, done the rehearsals, everything's there. Okay, here we go. Let's roll cameras. Here we go. You guys set, ready, and 3, 2, 1, and boom. And then it's like time stops for a moment. It's like a little, you just suspend it in the air and like you do it and just let it happen. You move, go through the motions, and I'm still like the memories of like some of the things that I've done. It's like so vivid still in my mind. It's like, wow, every moment it's like slow motion. You're moving through the air, and then and your body naturally responds to what needs to happen. I remember I did this crazy ratchet in the air, and then there was this big plank that was from an explosion, like 20 feet, and it stood straight up. And I was landing on the plank. It's like, how?
What?
Yeah, I was like, I'm like, oh shit! And then just in the air, I'm like, wait a minute, this is not good. That shouldn't be here. And I'm just pushing the plank away, and then I'm just falling, and landed. But if you think about that stuff, like how? The mind, if you have to think that through, like, but it slows down and trusting the body that it just does what it needs to do, and it's just, but it's such a spiritual process of like trusting, letting go, and visualizing the outcome ahead of time. And it's like, to me, it's like that's the whole creation process, the creation and manifestation. Whatever you want to create and manifest. All the books and the mystic schools have been talking about this. You have to visualize it, create it, see it in your mind's eye, and then feel it in your body. What is the feeling afterwards? What would you feel when you received it? How it feel, joy or peace or whatever it is, and then really feeling that and being grateful for it, and then practicing that. And it's like, holy shit, that's what we're doing in our work. Right. That's how I started applying that to it. And even like taking that a step further, like coordinating, like, wait, if I can do this for myself, can I do this for an entire set? Can I just create an entire visualization that whatever we do, all of us, we're going home and safe, and can I hold that?
Wow, that's cool. Like that.
Can we hold that energy? And, obviously everyone is on their own journey. Every individual is on their own journey. So I also believe when things don't go as planned, when people do get hurt, there's much more at play than just what happened on set. Sometimes things have to go a certain way, and you gotta let it play out. It's not up to you or me how things go. We prep to the maximum as possible, right. And we're stepping into a realm of unknown, and there are other individuals involved that are on their own spiritual journey. They are the heroes in their own movie of their own life, exactly. And they will go through their journey, what they have to go through.
But they have to
go through it, and sometimes that means some things don't go as planned. It's a slippery slope, because I don't want to say, I'm not taking, because I'm taking full responsibility for whatever, if things are going, nobody wants that. But if you zoom out on a much larger scale,
some things are beyond our control.
There's things beyond our control in that. And usually if you go through that journey and you look back at it, you see that, it was perfect. It needed exactly to go in that way, because he had a lesson, he had his insight, and this person has grown because of that, and therefore he's going to take that in his life, and it's going to have a whole ripple effect of and it's magical. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So funny, all these old verses that come to mind that I had to learn as a kid. There's one that said, "For all things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose."
Can you repeat that?
All things work together for good, for those who are called according to his purpose.
Yes.
And it's like, you can see how somebody who is surrendered to, I guess, what is the purpose, not just my personal agenda, but the bigger plan, and kind of plays into that, then it's all eventually going to work out good for that person. because their highest interest is the interest of
the whole.
the whole.
Yeah.
So naturally, it's going to work out good for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, that's such a good one. I've been working with this idea based on a book that I'm reading. On like if you extrapolate and pull all the way back, there's like the concept of free will in our universe. Like in this reality, we have free will.
Yeah.
And then there's you have the choice to, you can be in service to others, or you can be of service to yourself. In both, there's no judgment to it. There's no right or wrong. There's just a different outcome. And of trying to understand. Okay, how does service to self and service to other differ, and where do I want to stand in that? What side do I choose? Since I have free will, I can decide. Do I just want to focus on myself, which is fine? I can do. There's no wrong in it. Or do I want to focus on on service to others, which then comes back to me in it's a different experience.
Right.
And I find it's interesting because it's very confronting. Like in my experience, like whoa, like the true question of like why am I doing this really for? Is this for myself? And I think most, for myself speaking, realizing there's a lot of selfishness, which is not wrong. It's
normal, natural.
Yeah, it's a natural it's a natural survival instinct, and I think it's a very fine line constantly between like it's okay to do things for yourself because you have to take care of yourself. Because if I take care of myself, I can be of service to the whole. And in the best way, in the most authentic way of being, like, and recognizing when I've had enough self-service, then okay, now I can go out and help others and be of service.
Right.
And this is just my current contemplation of like wow, this is such an interesting concept.
Yeah. And I think it's such a thing that it has to be in a balance, because like so many religions get caught up with like being selfless.
Yeah.
And serving others, and it's a big theme in Christianity and Buddhism, I think too, probably other ones as well. But they put so much emphasis on it that you start carrying around guilt.
Yeah.
If you're not putting others first all the time.
Yeah.
So once you pile the guilt on, then you're doing it out of obligation. You're not doing it out of the real motivation of wanting to do good for others.
Yeah.
It's like more like, well, this is what I have to do, otherwise I'll be punished, or I'm not a good person, or whatever, and then you kind of lose the whole, all the joy that comes with doing good for other people, and get burned out, and you get used up, and and you're not feeding any of that energy to yourself, and then you get bitter and all that kind of stuff. And I've seen that so many times happen with people, because they've been so brainwashed that I can't take care of my own needs.
Yeah.
And like you have to take care of your own needs, like you said, so you can take care of others also, and also because like we're supposed to, like it's kind of why we're here. Like you got this body, so
exactly.
Take care of it. That's what you get. You got this life, so just take care of it, and that balance of like, okay, taking care of me as of, well, I'm gonna make sure that I get more than everybody else, or I'm higher than everybody else, or I'm controlling everybody else. Then it's the ego that's like trying to get this superpower, I guess, and it's always that constant balance, and then, but we're keeping doing the service for others, out of free will, not obligation.
Yeah.
Is what makes it enjoyable, you know. And I
Yeah.
think that's too many times, like, people get like guilted into doing so many things, and then all the joy is taken out of it, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. I drove up here and I saw a sign that says, "Let's grow together," and it just sounds like, huh, that's a cool. I like that. Like, because in the end, we all want to grow, we all want to progress, and we all want to go out there. And it's, and this is my take on it. And by sitting inside the house, by staying inside my room, by staying behind my computer, which I have a tendency of, I can get lost in my own, like, oh, I think I have to do all these blah, but realizing that no, if I, like, all the progress that I have made in my life is by going outside into the world, collaborating, helping with other people, that then lead to relationships, that lead to friendships, that lead to then eventually abundance and wealth.
It comes back to you.
And it comes back and it's like, whoa, it's such a simple principle, but how to break that pattern of, you know, doing the old habit of sitting, you know, staying at home and not going outside and meet your friends in community, because I think that's the, you know, that's the dis-ease of being disconnected from a community. Like we need a community. We need people. I need friends. I need friends and people in my life, because otherwise I'm just sitting in my own service to myself, holding my own whatever I'm experiencing, or get trapped in your own mind of spinning around and like, oh no, I need to go out. I need to be with my friends. I need to communicate, make music, dance, spring, whatever. And
that's been a real challenge for me recently. Big time. Yeah, because like, just work slowing down now, and like, what do I do with my time? Like, you know, and when you're not working, you don't see people, because the stunt community is so weird, because it's so big, it's so mixed, everybody's so diverse and got schedules that are not like anything else, and so it's very hard to stay real connected in the stunt community. And then if you have outside things, you know, whether it's church or your, you know, yoga group or whatever, that you can have some connections with, I think is healthy. This is more stable. Because I find that, like, there's just great people in the stunt community, but everybody's on such different paths that it's hard for those paths to cross very often. You know. So, I find myself, like, you know, like, just trying to figure out, okay, what am I going to do today? Like, you know, I'd rather be working right now, but, you know, go cut the lawn again. You know, should I start that project that I want to do, but not really? That's going to cost money. You know, so, I even went out and started door dashing for a while.
Oh yeah.
More out of boredom than even money, because it doesn't pay hardly anything. But at least it just got me out in people and talking to people and, you know, stuff like that. But
dude, I've been the same. Like, I mean, I love my house and I love constantly building and doing projects. So if you want to help on projects, I can help you with projects too, and we can do things together.
Right.
Putting it out there.
Totally, man.
But like over here, there's a farm stand. And we were driving by one day, and just randomly, I was like, hey, I want to stop at this farm stand because maybe they have some good food. And there was a guy that came over and was like, hey, how much does it cost to stand here? He asked to the owner. I was like, oh, it costs $35 for the day. And I was like, $35 just to put a tent up here and you can sell stuff?
That's cheap.
I was like, that's crazy. So I was like, hey, babe, come on. we're gonna get a stand. We're gonna sell shit just for fun. So
Cool.
we're gonna sell candles and tea. I'm gonna make this Dutch treat, oliebollen.
What is it? What is it?
It's basically a beignet, deep fried with it's like dough with raisins, and
Sounds amazing.
It's very yummy.
Yeah.
Just for fun,
Yeah.
just to be out there and meet other people and meet the world out here.
Yeah.
And it's gonna cost me money. It's not gonna make money of it, but it's okay. It's
Just-
it's just to be out and have to break the habit of like staying and start creating new experiences. At least that's what I'm calling it for myself. I want to create new experiences with people, with friends, but just that are fun. Because yes, our industry is changing and the world is changing. I don't know where it's going to go and how it's.
The world's changing. Industry's changing. I'm not getting any younger.
Yeah, exactly.
Got to find something to do.
Yeah, and we want happiness for all of us. And so yeah. Let's see what we can create. I have a couple ideas, but
I'm finally. I wrote a script probably like it's 2012, like 14 years ago, and it was pretty. It would be a big thing to shoot, you know. At that time, I was really interested in. You know a lot of things about different things, so I'm sure you've heard about the things in the Bible that were called the Nephilim. They're basically the story. There's the story in Genesis, but then there's also the Book of Enoch that goes way into it. That probably wasn't really written by Enoch, and it was a long time afterwards, and I think a lot of it's a little fantastical, but it's about the sons of God, which is another name for basically angels, right? They came down and intermarried with people, intermixed basically, and then created this hybrid called the Nephilim, which were described as giants, basically, in the Bible. But so to me, it was like always a pretty fascinating thing that was in the Bible that nobody talked about for a long time, because it was like, I don't know quite where to put this, categorize it and stuff. But so I made like a whole script about it, and it was like tying in UFOs and like cryptids and all kinds of stuff, making this cool kind of end of world kind of a thing. So I got the script all done, but didn't know what to do with it. Didn't know who to show it to or nothing. So I sat on it for so long that I lost the original files in my script writing. So all I had was the hard copy, and so I was looking at the hard copy and thinking, I need to rewrite this and edit a bunch of stuff and redo it. So I've just been doing that the last few weeks, trying to get it like re-edited and written down, and then I'm going to talk to a guy about how to pretty much make it all in AI. Just make a whole AI animation. I don't want it to look like real people AI. I want it to look like a kind of animation, kind of stylized, whatever thing, and just. That's the world we live in now.
It's everything.
Everything's
you can create
possible.
Anything right now. Yeah, it's like there really is there's no excuse not to. Like, it's the only excuse if you don't want to, then don't do it.
Right.
But that's super cool.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that come to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus I want to get some friends like to do the voiceover stuff. I want to get a lot of different actors in there to do the voiceovers and stuff like that. So,
yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Have you figure out one of the roles you can play. Come do some acting.
Is there some kind of a funky angel? Or
funky angel?
Funky angel. With a Dutch accent? Yeah. That's cool, man. Yeah, I love seeing the projects are being made, and I think that's the. Who knows where everything goes to, right? But if we, with all the tools that we have, there's so many ways to make things right now.
Mm-hmm.
It inspires me as well to see what else we can make and where that can take you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. And in Miami, my wife, she always teaches me a lot of lessons in life. Sometimes I don't want to learn them, but one of them is like, because I don't know why, but for me, like I wouldn't put too much effort into something, even if I kind of liked it and enjoyed it and thought it was just kind of fun to make. I wouldn't put a lot of effort if I didn't think it was going to go somewhere. I'm like, is this really going to go anywhere? Is this just kind of a waste of time? And she's finally like, it's not a waste of time. It's not a waste of effort. If you like it and you enjoy it and you're creating something, it's never a waste of time.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it goes viral or, a few people like it, whatever. Just if you're liking it, you're enjoying it, and you're making it, that's all that matters,
And sometimes those are the things that are actually making it, that actually will push through because it's an authentic, like, I really like this. Right. I really love this.
Yeah.
And then
you're not trying to jump through hoops and please everybody.
To make it like for someone else.
What you think they want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think that's what most the true artists are doing really well. They're just have really tuned into what they really like for themselves. Oh, I love this. This turns me on, and therefore it's authentic and it has something to it that other people resonate with because it's authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, do it. That's and visualize it, see it, what it could be.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit.
And I'm saying this to myself as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have come so far and for me, it's kind of a short time. Like, you've really did a pretty good trajectory once you hit your feet and got your groove in the business. You had a good steady climb. So I think you done well, my friend.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
And more success to you.
Thank you. Yeah. I feel very, very humble and grateful to have the opportunities that I've had. I know that they are rare. I reflect on that quite frequently. It's like, wow, thank you that I can buy a house, that I can have a car and a guitar, simple things, but it's, and curious to see what comes next.
Right. Well, like you said, it's a strange times we're living in. So whether it's disclosure or AI or whatever,
aliens.
Armageddon, I don't know.
Dude, we're on for a big show, and I love it.
Right now, it's an open book, man. All things are on the table.
Yeah, so. Exactly. Shit, expect everything. Man.
Yeah.
No, thank you, brother. Yeah. I appreciate. I remember when you first announced you were going to do a podcast, and actually seeing it to come into fruition, and I'm like, wow, respect for that, for just creating that vision for yourself and saying, hey, I want to do this, and then I'm just going to do it, because I think that also happened after a ceremony. Right?
Yes. Well, not right after, but it did happen after.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So
and I want to get into music too, man. I said that last time too, but this time, once my shoulder feels better, I want to play guitar. I've also thought about the saxophone. I always thought that would be an awesome music instrument, dude. So.
I love the saxophone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as a kid, I wanted to play saxophone,
Really?
and I told my mom, "Mom, I really want to play saxophone." And she called the music school, and they're like, "Oh, well, how old is he?" I was like, "Oh, 7 or 8 years old." "Oh, he should play clarinet." And I was like, "Okay," and I hated it. I was fucking, this is not a saxophone. Just could not stand it. Was just miserable at it, sucked at it, and it was like, I want to play saxophone. And then much later, my girlfriend actually gave me a saxophone like for 3 months that I could play. And
that's cool.
So, I can't play it, but
Yeah.
yes, saxophone.
Yeah.
Um,
That's one of those really cool,
Yeah.
smooth instruments, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a cool sound.
It's cool. It's
Yeah.
a cool sound. And it's just a cool, like, the way they play it, too.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But, yeah, after the last ceremony, man, feeling musical, and, yeah, well, I'll just end on this, but I danced at the end of the ceremony, and, like, I saw you dancing,
Yeah.
so I decided to dance, too.
Yes.
I'm not like a dancer, you know, like the old me in the past would be like, no, don't do that. Don't
Yeah.
get up there and dance. And I was like, I don't care. Screw it, man. I feel
Yeah.
like it. I'm going to dance. And it's so funny, dude. I got an audition to dance this week, dude.
No shit.
Yeah. It's for a commercial.
Uh-huh.
And so they're not looking for professional dancers. I don't think. I hope not, because there's no way I would get it. But,
Yeah.
it was just like, yeah, it's a commercial, and you know, you'd be a construction worker, whatever, and you have to learn these 6 80s moves, dance moves, and just put them together and then send in the tape. So yeah, I had to do like a sprinkler and like the Cabbage Patch. The sprinkler is this. Cabbage Patch, like the Roger Rabbit, the Worm, like, yeah, like all these old 80s moves.
Dude, that's
So,
epic.
IME helped me, and we went and did it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Probably like if I'd gotten that audition before the ceremony, I'd probably get back my agent and be like, nah, this is definitely not for me.
Yeah.
You know. But I was like, screw it, I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then IME auditioned too. She did phenomenal. So I hope she gets it. But yeah.
That's epic. Well, I'll end this on this note. I love dancing, and it's been like, it's so freeing to just move your body and not give a fuck how it looks like, and just like be weird and just bah. And then sometimes actually really cool stuff comes out. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool.
That's cool.
And talk about community. So we've been going to these ecstatic dances.
Yeah.
Which is super cool, because I love dancing, but I don't want to go to a club and go to,
Right.
3 a.m. and then be all like, I'm too old for that.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
your body's tired for a week.
Yeah.
But so there are a lot of people that want to dance for the same reason, and so they have these ecstatic dances, and there's one here in Atlanta that's called Soul Dance, and it's like twice a month on a Sunday, 2:00, and till like 4:00, and it's just usually a bunch of people there's a bunch of hippies as well, and conscious, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And they have amazing music and just dance.
That's
just
cool,
letting
man.
it out, just express, and that's
Yeah,
it.
I want to go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Noon has been going.
Yeah.
We've been
Well, actually, IME's gone to a few of them too,
okay.
but I've passed all the time.
Yeah,
So,
it's so fun. It's so freeing. It's so opening, and it's like you can just be yourself, and like nobody judges for if you can't, even if you just stand like a stick. They're like, yeah, man, get that stick.
Good sticking.
Yeah, man.
Good sticking, man.
If anyone can do it, you can do that. It's so cool.
Okay.
So yeah,
Let's do that, man.
Yeah, I think that's.
If you guys want to join us, you can join us. Come out and ecstatic dance.
Yeah, man, soul
it.
dance. Look it up. It's awesome.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. Thanks everybody for joining in. We'll see you on the next one. And till then, peace.
Thank you, guys.